or with an ailing, late-sleeping spouse. At 6:30, Cassie McMackin in number 412, an early riser by habit, drank her coffee and counted the pills she had accumulated during her late husband's long decline. There were relaxants that had unsuccessfully addressed his night roaming, plus several versions of painkillers prescribed after 2 falls and some broken ribs, and so dizzy-making for Neil that he started giving them wary sidelong looks whenever she urged one on him, and it soon became clear that nothing was better than something. Now she had a couple of fistfuls in the narcotic and soporific categories, and this evening she would take them all, with anti-nausea medication and as much wine as she could get down. It was time. She had become tired of the world. Her blood didn't want to go anywhere anymore, and had it not been for the instructions of her bossy and indefatigable heart, it wouldn't. She didn't want to occupy some interminable waiting room where nothing was wrong and nothing was right, her motions mechanical, eyes on the tyrant clock. It was time. At 87, she was fine-boned and straight-backed, and she tended to wear interesting clothes, like the silk robe she'd thrown on over her nightgown, a shimmering gold-toned garment with bat-wing sleeves. Her silver hair framed her face in a short page boy. The red lipstick and frank black eyebrows of her earlier days had muted to softer shades, but it was a face that echoed unusual beauty still. Right this moment, what she missed was the prospect of a second cup of coffee with her friend, John Quant, who had moved a year ago into an apartment on the 3rd floor of the building, directly beneath her own. Soon after they met, they had progressed from polite greetings to longer conversations, to morning coffee, to dinner in Cassie's apartment every week or so, with candles and maybe a TV movie with dessert. She had felt in his company as if she was emerging from years of emotional and physical hibernation. Her happiness shocked her. She liked his looks, tall and sharp-shouldered, his eyes an inquiring blue. And she liked his wit, his laughter, and his combination of irreverence and courtliness. Eventually, she had felt between them a tacit acknowledgment of an alliance that could only be called romantic, in the sense that it fanned outward into whatever futures they would be granted, and it shimmered with excitement in that space. And then, 4 weeks ago, there had been a sharp knock on her door, and he told her he was moving back to the little town up north where he had been a boy. For the first time since she had known him, he seemed evasive. He said only that Pheasant Run was not a good fit for him anymore, that he didn't like the feel of the place, and he particularly didn't like the new on-site manager, Herbie Bonebright. He told her he didn't feel he had a choice. He wouldn't look at her straight on. He had closed and locked the door to himself. And he was gone in a blink. She'd heard not another word from him, and knew she wouldn't. All she could do was add him to her list of those who'd left. John Quant, and before him her only child, and her husband of 6 decades. They'd flown away, leaving her craning her head skyward, aghast, as they became pinpricks and disappeared. She couldn't fully believe it still. The flights, this final aloneness. Down the hall in number 406, Viola Six breathed out the blue vapors of a receding dream. "It is near," the walls whispered. "It is nearly at the door." In the dream, a man in a suit had approached her from a distance, requesting payment in full.